Hey Ben, we've been told apparently. Have you been keeping up with our comments on YouTube lately?
Yes, thanks to you sending them to me.
Hi everybody, Glenn and Ben here from the Good Movie Monday podcast, and doing a cheeky Tuesday night video. Normally we would reserve this time for a reaction video, but apparently they're reviews, not reactions.
That's 100% correct, Glenn. They are reviews. If they were reaction, I mean, I would love to just do reaction movies where we go 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, but no, that's
and then stop the video.
it's pretty boring, isn't it?
It would be. I think it would be great. It's for the people with low attention spans. It would be perfect.
Yeah. So
What
thank
do
you.
think? Let's do a reaction video to Nope right now. There we go.
Excellent.
That worked out quite well.
So thank you for that.
For that, yeah.
Um,
We've read your notes. We've taken them on board.
rightio. So we haven't got a movie to react or review.
No
to
new movies
week.
this week.
No. So next week maybe, or the week after. But what have we got instead? You've come up with something marvelous.
Yeah, why don't we do our top 5 rainy Sunday afternoon movies?
Oh, is that? I thought we were doing like a matinee thing.
Well, I did say matinee. You can watch it.
This changes everything.
I don't see the. It makes no difference to me with the movies I've chosen. I watch them in the lunchtime or I watch them in the afternoon.
So the original pitch from Ben to me was come up with 5 of the best Sunday movie matinee lineups.
Yeah.
Which to me, a matinee, I would go out of my way to watch these movies on a big screen as opposed to I can just watch whatever I want at home, which might change what I watch. So I'm going with the big screen matinee.
All right, so our things are going to be completely different. I figured they're movies you watch it
Okay,
at home on Sunday.
I'm just going with the brief you gave me, mate.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I don't have matinees at home.
Yeah, that's exactly. Ivan Hutchinson and Bill Collins played the movie Matinee on the weekend.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was but that was them like trying to reenact and recreate the magic of that. Anyway, go for it.
No, you go first now. I'm curious to see what you've got.
Well, I mean, for me, matinees at the cinema, and it takes me back to 80s, kind of experience because they don't do matinees anymore. Like they're just sessions, right?
Yeah.
A Sunday session, you go with your family. But a matinee, this is back before you had streaming services, and it was an event to go. So I can't go past the Goonies for the first one.
Yeah,
I
right.
think that to me is a perfect movie on a Sunday to go to the cinemas. Back in the day when you could hear the click of the reel, absolutely Goonies for me. Just pure adventure, mate. And most of mine are adventurous.
Yeah, most of mine are too.
All right, what's yours?
Well, my first one is, fun enough, I talked about on the show, Cocktail.
A Cocktail. Okay.
Cocktail is a fantastic movie to watch on a Sunday afternoon in your lounge room on your personal big screen.
It is certainly a weekend movie.
Yes.
Regardless of what day, it's a weekend movie because it puts you in a real relaxing state of mind.
Yes, and that's what all these movies that I've picked are.
Okay. If you want to hear our opinions on Cocktail, go and listen to Monday's episode. It was all about boozy movies, and that's one of the booziest of them all, I would say. My next one's Frog Dreaming. Simply because I never got a chance to see this on a big screen back in the day.
So you'd want to see this as a matinee?
Yeah, totally. Why wouldn't I? Same reason for reason for Goonies.
I wasn't asking the question in a way as if no, you're wrong. I was like, okay.
Well, yes, that's why I said it
as a matinee. All right,
damn straight.
I always thought it was an evening movie for me because it's a little scary as a kid.
It can be, but the cinema's always dark, so that's it kind of applies to my matinee.
Sure. Okay. Whatever you reckon.
It's Ben's Way or the Highway this week, apparently, people.
Yeah, this is my theme. This is like you running the show.
Okay. Take it away, mate. See, I don't give a fuck what you talk about. Let's go.
No, that's right. You never do. Hot Fuzz is one of mine.
Why would you choose that?
Because Hot Fuzz is just a great movie that you can watch over and over again. If it's ever on, it's a great movie to watch. Like, I like to watch it on the weekend, on a Sunday afternoon, when it's cold outside, and you just want to sit back and relax and watch and hang out with old friends.
Have yourself a nice ice cream. He's got the thing going. Timothy Dalton's going.
Yeah.
All he wants is some ice cream.
We're slashing prices.
It's a great movie. I like it more than Shaun of the Dead.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. It's just, they hit the tropes more, I think. Like,
Yeah.
they nail the comedy. My next one would be Sesame Street's Follow That Bird.
Yeah, you fucking love that film,
I
don't you?
do, and I missed the matinee they did at the Astor for that one.
Yeah, right.
And that was all because of something we were doing on the podcast. I think it was before you came on the podcast when they did, maybe. But we had a commitment that we had to record something, and I couldn't get to it.
Couldn't do it.
I was devastated because that's a movie. If you listen to the show, you know I adore, and I've never seen it on the big screen.
You know that you can hire out the Astor for private events.
That's a costly. It's a costly exercise in
yeah.
Sesame Street.
You only have a birthday once a year.
I'd have to
You
double
get
bang
get
it.
the family and.
It'd have to be Sesame Street's Follow That Bird with Big Bird in China. Just do the double banger right there.
I don't know if you, I mean, now you're talking serious money if you go for the 4 hours. Try and book the cinema out for 4 hours.
Might have to do long play.
Yeah, and that's a tough. I was gonna say that's a tough ask at the Astor with those seats.
Yeah,
A double.
yeah. I mean, I love the Astor with a passion, but one movie at a time for me.
Yeah, like I mean, I used to do doubles at the Astor all the time. So what am I talking about? You had intermission, but we were younger.
I struggle with any kind of 2 or more movies at any cinema.
At any cinema. What I find amazing is that I have a lot more padding now than I did when I was younger, and yet it's even more uncomfortable now. Yeah. The padding, the personal padding, does not fucking help in terms of comfort.
Maybe that's why I don't like film festivals as much, just because you got to sit for so long in a cinema.
5 movies a day.
What's your
it's
next
a tough
one?
ask. It's a tough ask for anyone. Roadhouse.
Of course. I'm going for the kid ones. You're going for the
for
grown-up ones.
But yet the same kind of movies, basically.
Yeah.
Action adventure films.
Once again, we talked about this on the podcast on Monday.
Briefly.
Yeah. Bang on. They're doing a remake with Jake Gyllenhaal, which I don't care for, but
I'm-
I could see him in the role.
Yeah.
But I kind of don't want to see.
I'm
it at the same
quietly
time.
excited by the thought of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there's no way they can't fuck it up.
But
They
there's
can't not
apprehension.
fuck it up.
Well, it does translate well. I think the story would
Yeah.
adapt well. But we love the original, and
Yeah.
it'd kind of have to go the story would have to go in a different direction. Like the whole Ben Gazzara character, do
Yeah,
that differently.
Yeah, that part would be weird. Even the Kelly Lynch stuff and the Kathy Willoit stuff would be a bit odd. But it is, But no, I mean, even the Ben Gazzara stuff, just in terms of like the town being under his control.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be great.
You could mix it with a bit of Footloose.
Yeah, I just wonder how is it the same in America now, where those small towns are kind of everyone's a law unto themselves. If you've got the money and the muscle, you control the law is elected, like in Walking Tall.
Yeah,
remake,
I know what you mean.
You just
Last Stand.
you can just buy the sheriff.
I'm thinking
you
more
buy
of
the
your
judge.
Dust Bowl border towns, maybe not so much
Yeah.
your Midwest ones. Good one. My next one is Flight of the Navigator.
Ah, what a fucking classic!
I did see that at the Montmorency Rota Cinema back in the day, round about the time I saw Never Ending Story, I think. Valet to Wolfgang Peterson, he died last week.
He did indeed.
Very sad. But yeah, so
It's about time, I say.
well, I was wondering when the next movie was coming. Poseidon was
Yeah.
like a long time ago. But Flight of the Navigator, I just love it. It stands up well as a science fiction film today.
I really need to watch it again.
Yeah. With the Paul, you were about to do a Paul Rubens impersonation then.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. But it's such an intrigue kind of movie. Like the whole, he goes into the woods and when he comes out, it's like 20 years later, 15 years later.
It's the dream. It's everyone's dream. Everyone who's ever turned 40's dream. I can be the same age forever.
So, and every kid wanted to fly a UFO. So, and the military stuff back in then, 80s kids movies had military chasing kids. Like,
now they would literally just kill them
yeah.
and try and dissect them. Back then they were just trying to capture and study them.
You had your ETs and, all these movies where it was federal agents chasing kids, Project X, like, Manhattan Project.
Yeah.
I loved it. We just don't get that anymore. I mean, I suppose Stranger Things is government going after kids.
Yeah,
but
it's as close as it gets. Yeah. The whole thing is that it's a military installation where all that's causing all the
it's a
problems.
private installation and the military are after them.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then the Russians come into it and all that kind of stuff. But it also is set in the 80s when that shitty movies happened.
Yeah.
All right, what's your last one?
Well, I want you to guess my
Or is
last one.
it your last one?
Yeah, it's my last one.
Yep.
I want you to guess it.
So
I talk about it all the time.
Fuck. Well, you always talk about Roadhouse all the time.
Yeah. But the last time I mentioned it, you mentioned that we'd have to have a drinking game.
Is this a Jim Wynorski one?
No.
No. Is it an all-time favourite?
It's an all-time favourite. It's an all-time favourite.
Fuck, a drinking game.
I'm gonna spoil. I'll make it easy for you.
Okay.
It has there's a director's cut that is has an extra
we're
hour.
talking about Kingdom of Heaven or whatever it is. Yeah, fucking hell. Well, I
And
mean,
the 3-hour version, people, not the theatrical
is
cut.
this a movie matinee marathon? Are you doing all these in one hit? Because
No.
that takes up about the space
Actually, I
of-
think I may have missed. I think there is another one to come. This isn't the last one.
Oh, okay. Is it
I
Alexander?
think because I've done 4. No, actually, I'm surprised that I don't talk about this other one more because it is one of my all-time favorite films.
Oh, so
No, this is just a movie. This is just a movie like when you don't want to put any real thought into it. You just want to relax with an old friend.
yeah,
It's like a guilty pleasure that you're 100% not guilty about
Yep.
loving and watching.
yeah,
You just want to, it's like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, or
yeah.
The Big Lebowski.
I wish. I mean, I feel that way about films. I just wish I could feel that way about that film. I just don't do that genre very.
Kingdom of Heaven.
I just don't consume it easily. Like,
Well, the beauty of it is though is that you can skip when you've watched the movie as many times as I have. You
Yeah.
can skip the parts that you don't like and just watch the parts that you like. And I'm sure Ridley Scott would be very upset, but
no
you know
doubt.
he's a very kind of grouchy, kind of combative person anyway. So
Yeah.
he'd probably be upset no matter what it
He's
is.
certainly a filmmaker I have no desire to meet,
Yeah.
interview, talk to. I mean, I'd do it, but
If you had to.
I sense another Michael Mann incident.
Yeah, right.
My last one is Big Shots, the Ivan Reitman production.
So is that your 5?
Yep, that's my
Okay,
because I went
wow.
first.
Oh, that's right. You did go first.
Yeah.
That's right.
So Big Shots, which is that movie about the two kids that essentially act like PIs, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a weird one. I haven't seen it in a long time.
It's
to
the
be honest
Bugsy
with you.
Malone, but the PI version.
Kind of, but they are in a world of adults.
Yeah.
But they're kids that get messed up in the criminal world, and they're in above their heads, and it's just it's fun. I remember.
I'm shocked that there's been no Albert Pune films in this list.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's some good double features. If you
Yeah.
come at me with a marathon, that's a whole different
Yeah.
story.
Yeah. Yeah.
We would definitely have Alien from LA in there, and possibly Kickboxer 2, because everyone knows I'll throw that in there wherever I can.
Yeah.
I love Kickboxer.
It was fantastic.
We've fucking sat and watched Kickboxer 2 together, mate.
Yeah.
It's great.
My last one is Riddle of the Sands. Do I talk about this all the time? I
No,
feel like
you
I should.
never talk about this one.
Fuck, I love this film.
Tell me about it.
It's Simon McCorkindale
Mhm.
and Michael York. Simon McCorkindale is he's like an Oxford man. It's
70s?
pre World War One,
It made in the 70s?
made in the 70s. Yeah,
Yep.
Jenny Argatta's in it,
Yes.
and she's great. Simon McCorkindale he's got like a yacht that's basically, it's not really a yacht, it's the lifeboat from an ocean liner that he's turned into a yacht.
Yep.
And he is on somewhere on the coastline between Britain and Germany.
Yep.
Where they've got all these sandbanks and they move, they move with time.
Yep.
And so all the charts are wrong because the sandbanks have moved over time. And he's decided to go and map them as just something to do.
Why haven't I seen this? It sounds amazing.
It's great. And then he runs into some people, and the Germans are kind of a bit weirded out by what he's doing because it's German territorial waters,
Yeah.
and they're not really big fans of this. And so he calls his old buddy Michael York, who's with the Foreign Office, which I guess is the MI6 before there was MI6.
Yeah.
And he doesn't tell him what's going on. He just invites him out to come and stay on the boat. And Michael York is a total dandy, and he's completely nonplussed by the fact that he's got to stay on this tiny little boat with no manservant and no one to bring him his sherry and
Of course.
all this kind of stuff. But then he kind of gets pulled into this mystery of what's kind of happening, and it's fantastic. It is a kind of a precursor to World War One, and the stuff that's kind of going on leads in that direction.
I'll assume you have it on Blu-ray.
I don't have it on Blu-ray. I've only got it on DVD. I don't think it's come out
Can I
yet.
borrow it next week?
Certainly can.
I would love to watch this.
It is an amazing, like,
Cool.
100%. I feel like to hell with it. I'm coming around tomorrow, and we'll watch it together.
Sure. Well, there you go. Two very different movie matinee
matinees.
Sunday afternoon viewings.
Yeah, I really ruined that with my poor use of language in the text message.